Good morning. In this video, I'm discussing the structures. In the structures, basic concept of the structures and type them. First one, what is the need for structures? In programming, it is often convenient to have a single name with which to refer to group A of related values. Structures provide a way of storing many different values in variables of potentially different types under the same name. This makes it a more modular program which is easier to modify because its design makes things more compact. Structures are generally useful whenever a lot of data needs to be grouped together. For instance, they can be used to hold records from database or to store information about the contacts in an address book. In the contacts example, a structure could be used that would hold all the information about the single contact. The single contact can contain name, address, and phone number, and so on. These things has to put together. That is called as the structure. That means a structure is a collection of one or more variables of different data types grouped together under a single name. By using structures, we can group, that is, variables, arrays, pointers, etc. can be grouped. Struct is a keyword C provides to create a structures. The structure declaration in C consists of two parts: defining a template for a structure, declaring a structure variable for structure. The structure template does not allocate any kind of memory to the structure and its member. Template is just for a compiler to know that there is a structure which has members as mentioned in it. Template consists of a keyword, struct. A name for a structure is called its tag and list of elements and their data types, totally known as structure members. That means, see this struct, either tag name or structure name, different data variables, that is the member 1, member 2, member n. The data type of the member 1, data type of the member 2 and member n. See this example. Struct personal, char, name 20, int date, char month 10, int year, float salary. This is the one structure. This personal contains the name, day and month, year and salary. The name is the character array, the day is the integer, the month is the character array, year is the integer salary is the float. These things are the group together as a personal. When you observe the date of birth, struct DOP, the day and month and year. The day is the integer, month is the integer, year is the integer. These three things as a group together. That is the date of birth. Now struct student, char name, that is the 15, in roll number float average. This student structure can contain the name, roll number and ABC. The name is the character array, roll number is the integer, ABC is the float. These are some examples of the structure. Creating structure variables. Memory is not a reserve for the structure. Definition, since no variables are associated with the structure definition. The members of the structure do not occupy any memory until they are associated with the structure variables. After defining the structure, variables can be defined as follows. For first method, struct tag v1, v2, v3 and so on. We can use the different variables. Struct tag v1, v2, v3 and so on. That the variables are the v1, v2, v3. Or otherwise, second method, type v1, v2, v3 and so on. See this example. See first example, struct tag type variable 1, type variable 2, type variable n. This is the example. Struct book, char name 30, int pages, float price, b1, b2, b3. These are the variables. The second method, struct tag var1, var2, var3. How do we can use the struct book x, y, z? Understood? Next one is type def structure. Type defined structures, the structure definition associated with the keyword type def is called type defined structure. This is the most powerful way of defining structure. The syntax of the type def structure is type def struct type variable 1, variable 2, so on, and type structure name. See this one. This is the example. Type def struct int hall ticket number, char name 20, float grade and student. When you observe this one, generally we are writing the previously struct name, but exactly here directly writing the type def struct. Now the variable is the student. We can now simply call it as a student. Student is the structure now. Student S1, S2, S3, like this one you can use. Understood? Now, where we have to use type def is a keyword add to the beginning of the definition. Struct is the keyword which tells the compiler that the structure being defined. Variable 1, variable 2, so on are called fields of the structure. The closing braces must end with the type definition. Name with the turn ends with semicolon. Compulsory you have to use the semicolon. Variable declaration type v1, v2, v3, so on. Next one, I told that on student s1, comma s2, comma s3. Next one, initialization of structure variables. VA, not VRI. Okay. The rules for the structure initialization are similar to the rules for array initialization. The initializers are enclosed in braces and separated by commas. They must match their corresponding types in the structure definition. This series syntax: struct, tag name, variable, value 1, value 2, and so on. See this one. Struct student, char name 55, and roll number, float ABC. S1 equals to Ravi 10 67.8. How to use the float basis close and also semicolon. Now the Ravi is assigned to the name. That is the 1, 2, 3, 4. And also this is the string. So that only you have to use the null. The roll number, that is the 10. The AVG, that is the 67.8. Understood? Next one. Initialization during structure declaration. Initialization using structure declaration. Type def struct int x, int y, float t, char u. Sample, simple, I use this one. Next one. After writing this one, sample sam1, sample sam2, sam1 2, 5, 3.2, that is the character A. That means 2 is assigned to x, the 5 is assigned to the y, 3.2 is assigned to t, and also A is assigned to u. Fine. Sample sam2, 7, 3. That means 7 is assigned to the x, 3 is assigned to the y. The t, that is the filled with the float zeros. U is the filled with the null. Understood? Now, accessing the structure members. The members of the structure can be accessed by using the dot operator. The structures use a dot operator to reverse its elements. Before dot, there must always be structure variable. After the dot, there must always be structure element. The dot operator is also known as a member operator or period operator. See this one syntax. Now struct book, char name 30, int pages, float price, b1, b1, b2, b3. These are the variables. b1 dot name here, b1 dot pages, b1 dot price. That means members of the variable b1. You can access the b1 by using the dot operator. b2 dot name, b2 dot pages, b2 dot price, b3 dot name, b3 dot pages, and also b3 dot price. See this here is example. This is the example. Struct database, int id number, int age, float salary, int main. See this one. Database, the database employee. Employee dot age, that is the 22. Employee dot id number 1, employee dot salary. That means by using the dot operator we given them. There is now employee variable that is has modified variable inside it. Thank you.